Carrie Severino of the Judicial Crisis Network joins us now for more. Carrie, what do you make of these allegations and the fact that the woman making them now has taken the step to come forward?
Yeah, what we're seeing here is allegations that are totally at odds with what we have seen so far of Judge Kavanaugh's character and reputation. You've got, someone who's been in public life for 25 years, undergone 6 different background checks in that time. There's never been a whisper of misconduct in any of those. You've got women who have already been on the record from every stage of his career, who've known him at all these different times, who have said, this doesn't sound like the Judge Kavanaugh we know. And now 65 women came out that knew him from high school saying, the Kavanaugh we knew was someone who was very respectful with women. That doesn't sound consistent with him. On top of that, his own personal, unequivocal denial that this is what happened. I think it also, when you take in the context of how Senator Feinstein herself treated these allegations, she had them since July. She did not bring them up in front of the Judiciary Committee. She didn't bring them up when she herself was interviewing Judge Kavanaugh. She didn't bring them up in the closed session of the judiciary hearing that is off the record, so could have protected the confidentiality. She wasn't treating these as if she found them credible or serious or relevant. And I think it's so strange now to see that at the very eve of the vote, now suddenly a lot of people are using them to say, now we need to delay.
A lot of people are talking about the timing. However, there are Republicans who are on the committee who are suggesting that maybe the right thing to do is to delay and hit the pause on the vote to take some time to investigate and hear from both Judge Kavanaugh and his accuser. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I agree. I think it's clear that we've heard the White House and the Senate Judiciary Committee say we want to make sure we give a chance for both sides to tell their side of the story and get questioned by senators. I think the question is, does that become then a dilatory process? Are we going to use this to just slow walk things, or can we go and actually have the investigation and then move on? What I'm seeing is a lot of the Democrats are using this simply, and these are the same people who were saying back in July, let's delay this, let's not have a vote. They were saying it in August, they were saying it in September. We can't let it be a just purely political using this allegation as a delay tactic. I think giving both sides a fair chance to hear things can be done, and still can be done in a reasonable manner that it doesn't end up dragging on.
Carrie, perfect segue into my next question. This has already been a highly partisan confirmation process. Do you think that this is just another example of that?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, last week, Justice Ginsburg was interviewed before all this stuff even started breaking the way it is now. And she was interviewed by a former clerk talking about her confirmation process. Remember, she worked for the ACLU. She was very active in liberal causes and in feminist causes. She got confirmed with only 3 votes against her, virtually unanimous. Justice Scalia, similarly, very committed to his judicial philosophy. On the opposite side, he was confirmed unanimously. She said the way it was done then was better. The way it's being done now is not right. And she was very critical of the circus we had seen up until now in the hearings, which already was really an offensive thing to watch, I think, in many ways, the way it was being used for demagoguery rather than even looking into the candidate. I'm afraid this is just another step in that process. And even the Democrats seem to be using this woman's allegations as more of a partisan ploy, as a delay tactic, than really even taking it seriously.
Carrie, I just want to ask you, Politico is now reporting that the Judicial Crisis Network is getting ready to spend $1.5 million in TV ad campaigns that will feature a longtime friend of Kavanaugh's. Is this in any way a sign or signal that perhaps his supporters think that his nomination is now in jeopardy? Do you think that he'll be the next Supreme Court justice on the Supreme Court?
Oh, I definitely do. What it is illustrating the very purpose that we exist, which is to make sure that for nominees in this kind of position who are faithful to the Constitution, faithful to the rule of law, and therefore getting a lot of attacks from the left, that there's someone there to be an advocate for them. We've run lots of ads talking about Judge Kavanaugh up until now, and this is just the latest, trying to make sure people are aware of who he is and aren't just listening to the smears and the slurs from the other side.
Carrie Severino, we'll leave it there. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day.